Good Lord, it's 2018. Now you know what that means. We're rapidly approaching the 15th anniversary of the release of the very first Adventure Game Studio game that got a, commercial release. As in, the first game made with AGS that you had to pay money for. Now this groundbreaking and unheard of idea at the time arose in May 2003. And that month, The Adventures of Fatman was released, and you had to actually go to the official website and buy it exclusively from there. What a time, folks. What a time. Getting back on track. This game was produced by Sako Entertainment, which is really just one fella, Michael Doak. But anyway, Michael was the first fellow that had the bright idea to charge money for a game he made in AGS. Now, I don't want to get too far into the weeds, but AGS had been around since 1997, and yeah, you totally could have made commercial games with it, but nobody did until Michael came around. So, this fella right here, he's a trailblazer. And let's take a look, folks, at the Adventures of Fatman, and just see how far we have come in 15 years. Now, you may have been noticing that the copyright for this game is 2007. That's because this is the enhanced special edition of the game, which features some new rooms, improved graphics, although I really can't tell much of a difference. But most importantly, this version has voice acting.
The city of Shadowlawn, once notorious for its crime rate and generally evil folks, but not anymore, thanks to Fatman.
What can I say? It was the early 2000s. Nobody knew quite how to do voiceovers yet. But the game's setup is pretty standard. You have Fatman, which is obviously a ripoff of Batman. Yeah, the variety. But except he's fat, which makes it comedic. Which pretty much foreshadows the majority of the game's humor. And it's rather obvious. Hey, it's not like adventure games have been subtle. But anyway, since Fatman's so good at his job, he's just not doing much anymore. But there still is shenanigans afoot. Because of course there has to be, otherwise there wouldn't be much of a game here.
Acne Labs is developing an anti-acne cream. My sources tell me that they are days away from perfecting that formula. If that product gets out on the market, it will ruin Mary Kate Cosmetics. I want you to go there tonight and blow the place up.
But isn't that place toxic?
Now here's a bit of fun trivia for y'all. The henchman fella who's in the brown jacket, who's gonna go to the toxic lab thing and blow it up because, well, it's 2003 and nobody stores anything off-site or remotely because such technology has not been developed. Anywho, that voice actor is one Francisco Gonzalez, a gentleman who has gone on to make something of a career for himself by making commercially produced AGS games. Small world, ain't it, folks?
Acne Labs, 2 a.m.
Hello.
Hello, boss? Yeah, everything's in place.
Good, good.
Boss? How do I detonate the explosives?
Oh, you don't. I do. Bye-bye.
Of course, poor Frankie is stunned to realize just how ruthless the cosmetic industry truly is.
Oh, man. Would I kill for an aspirin right about now? What the heck just happened? Well, will you look at that? I'm green! This is sweet. I've become a toxic mutation.
Now this doesn't sound familiar at all.
Meet little Melvin. He's a 90-pound weakling. Everyone hated Melvin.
I'm gonna take this mop and shove it down your throat.
They taunted him. They tormented him until he had a horrifying accident and fell into a vat of nuclear waste. Transforming little Melvin into a hideously deformed creature of superhuman size and strength. Melvin became the Toxic Avenger.
Except this fella right here's gotta be all evil, and clearly Fatman's gonna have to come out of retirement. But first, he has his priorities.
This world isn't fair, let me tell you. Well, I shall have my revenge. No one turns me green and gets away with it.
So that's pretty much the game's setup. And it opens up with Fatman waking up the next day later and just kind of milling about in his bat cave until you decide to roll on out to Acme Labs and see what went down there.
Hello, sir. Where would you like to go? Coordinates set.
You maniacs! You blew it up! Oh, damn you! God damn you all to hell!
You there. Halt. I'm only gonna tell you this once. Authorized personnel past this point only. Please step back.
But I'm Fatman, everyone's favorite masked vigilante, savior of the city, and dispenser of justice.
Never heard of you. Now stay behind the barricade, and nothing bad will happen to you.
R-E-S-P-C-T, find out what it means to me.
What happened here?
Well, we're not quite sure yet. Either last night, someone broke into Acme Labs and blew the place up, or the place just spontaneously combusted.
So clearly no one respects the Fatman. And the cops are no help. They're like, oh no, spontaneous combustion. Who knows? We're useless because, look at you. You're our premier superhero. Things probably aren't too terrible around here. But anyway, we may be able to bribe a cop, and we'll use it using the best, cliche stereotype. Pick your poison. But either way, we're gonna get this fella a donut.
Hello, and welcome to Donut World. May I take your order?
What do you have?
Nothing, actually. We sold out of everything we had about an hour ago.
Well, this just sucks. Now, where am I supposed to find some donuts?
I guess you could try the Quickie Mart down the street.
Thank you.
And that right there, folks, is the first and only time that this room's going to be of any use for us. That's right, folks. This donut stand just exists for a gag about having no donuts, and for the fella to reveal the location of the Quickie Mart to us, which is an obvious reference to something.
Uh-oh, Simpsons did it.
Well, hot damn, look at that. All the free donuts in the world that were comedically placed there due to, this.
Since when do you give away free donuts?
Those are the leftovers from last year's bakery sale. I found them when I was cleaning out the back room. Take as many as you would be liking.
Hey, thanks.
Now we have an unlimited supply of donuts. Now sure, we can just go back to the cop and give him one.
Hey, officer, I've got something for you.
Oh? What is it?
A scrumptious cake donut.
Oh, I love those donuts.
But it turns out a single stale cake donut's just not good enough of a bribe to get access to a crime scene. So now, you may be wondering, well, what the hell should we do? Well, this is when the game's design ought to be talked about, I suppose. Because from here, it can get a little bit, how should I say it, or at least put it respectfully. Adventure gamey. Yeah, to really make any progress in this game, you're just gonna have to click on everything and try to interact with it. Now, the interface is a pretty bog standard classic adventure game style. You got walk, look, touch, talk, and then a cursor to use your items that are on your little bar in the lower right. And for the most part, this system works okay. It's just a little bit slow because there's no context sensitivity. You have to actually manually click over to the right icon. And yeah, you can kind of just be a little bit slow. Sorry. I'm used to adventure games with little creature comforts now. And also, there's no hotspot detection, so you have to kind of look around on everything and make sure that everything is looked at. Because honestly, you can miss one of the most important parts of this puzzle if you don't look at every damn vial of medicine that's in the Quickie Mart. Because from here, we find out that, oh my goodness, there's some sedatives on sale for $1. So clearly, we need to get some money. And that quest for money to buy some sedatives, that's going to eat up a good chunk of this game, folks. I kid you not. So Bruce Wayne this honky ain't. Because by the time we find his wallet in his bat cave, or fat cave rather, turns out the fella just has an ATM card in it. And oh no, turns out our hero can't remember his PIN. So how the hell are we gonna find it? Why, just inspect the card and it flips over to the back and the PIN's written on there. And yes indeed, ladies and gentlemen, and never read by in between, this is the only time in the entire game that I can recall that you have to actually inspect an item in your inventory to kind of manipulate it. So all these early skills that we've been building, turns out they're for naught. But hey, at least we got some money in the bank.
I really need to get a job.
And it's really easy to do that if you can think like it's 2003 and you got AOL dial-up 56K modem and, well, newspapers still have classifieds in it for employment opportunities. So yeah, with our last quarter, we buy a paper and just read it. So now Fat Man's gonna get a job as a pizza delivery driver. How the hell does he even afford gas money?
I need a job.
Not nearly as bad as you need a shower.
Well, you know, being a superhero, I tend to work up quite a sweat.
And quite an appetite from the looks of things.
Like you're one to talk.
Anyway, I pay $5 per delivery.
Fair enough.
You got a vehicle?
Yep.
Well, that's a start. You know your way around the city?
I know the city like the back of my hand.
Alright then, you're hired.
Oh, goody. So where's my first delivery going to?
542 West Boulevard, Apartment C.
But that's Itchy Eddie's place.
Don't I know it? Why do you think I hire people to deliver my pizzas? You don't think I'm stupid enough to do it myself, do ya? Not in this city. A bunch of nuts live around here.
Well, I need the cash, so I guess I've got no choice. What am I worried about anyway? After all, I'm Fatman, savior of the city and dispenser of justice.
Spare me the superhero rhetoric, Fat Man. Give me a minute to cook up that pizza, and then you can be on your way.
So now what we got is a little bit of a mini game where basically we have to tell the chef that, hey, your pizza pie is done, otherwise it'll fall on the ground and he'll start all over. Or you can just say nothing and be trapped in an infinite loop. Sounds like some layer of hell. But anyway, after all that's solved, he can finally go over to the mobster's apartment. But oh no, it turns out he can't quite get in yet. What we gonna do here? Well, we're gonna mini-game some more and play with electricity to fix the doorbell so we can finally deliver a pizza and make some money. Oh yeah, you can totally get electrocuted in this game, and then you get a nifty little Space Quest-esque death menu thing.
Holy sizzling superheroes, Fatman. You never were very good with electronics.
Yeah, it's actually kind of fun. But anyway, once we get the door fixed, we can deliver the pizza and everything will be hunky-dory.
Yeah? Who is it?
The pizza guy.
Well, it's about time. I'll be right down. You got my pizza?
Here you go, one fresh, hot pizza.
It better be.
Oh damn, that wasn't too bad. We now get $1 tip and we'll get $5 once we get back, so I guess we can just kind of waltz on out of here.
Hey, this pizza's cold. You thought you could sucker Itchy Eddie, did ya? Itchy Eddie doesn't like cold pizza. Prepare to die, you second-rate pizza boy.
Hey, now hold on a second.
Holy hole-filled Fatman. And you thought you were the only one who took pizza so seriously.
So yeah, we just put the pizza on the Fatmobile's engine, giving it that nice gasoline flavor that every good pie is known for. And then we give it to him and, wow, no harm, no foul. We can finally go back to work and make some more money. But of course, there's probably going to be some sort of comedic hiccup, ain't there?
Where the heck have you been? I've had 27 orders since you left. You're fired.
What about my paycheck?
For one lousy delivery, forget it. Now get out of my shop.
Do you know that every year American workers lose over $50 billion because of wage theft by their employers? Just saying, Fat Man. Maybe you need to change your colors to red and stand up for the working man. Because I swear to God, there's a crime that just happened here.
Look up, the sky is burning with blood that water shed.
Workers of the world unite. But alright, we can finally get on track and do what we initially wanted to do from the very beginning of this game. Go check out that Acme Labs explosion. So we'll buy the sedative, put it on one of them free donuts, give it to the cop, and boom! The first act's essentially done, folks.
Here you go.
Oh, all of a sudden I feel so sleepy.
So now that the popo's on the ground, we can go ahead and loot, well, ashes. But amongst these ashes, a phoenix will rise. Namely, a VHS tape that can be played on our computer back at the Fat Cave, which will reveal all.
Can you play that for me?
What is this, another Captain Caveman video?
No, it's a video from an Acme Labs security camera I found. I'm looking for any clues as to what happened last night.
Let's see what we've got.
Hold on a second. Play back that last sequence. It seems to be a large truck of some kind. Zoom in on the back of that truck if you can. Eureka! Just the clue I was looking for. Run a trace on that plate number.
Running a trace on plate number AUCH 74. Those plates belong to a 1983 Dodge truck.
Who is the owner?
The owner is registered as Rent-A-Wreck.
That's strange. Why would Rent-A-Wreck be involved in a plot to destroy Acme Labs?
Sigh. The culprit obviously rented a vehicle from there.
Right, of course. Well, I'm off to Rent-A-Wreck then. We need to find out who rented that vehicle.
Brilliant detective work, sir.
Thank you. I know.
Well, you heard the computer. We brilliant, so let's go ahead and head on over there.
Back at the Mary Kate Cosmetics offices.
So did you take care of the evidence?
Yeah, that rookie rented a van, but I dumped it.
Good. Then everything went as planned.
Not everything went as planned.
You're alive, and you're green.
Yes, and toxic. Sweet revenge is mine.
And just how did you plan on exacting your revenge?
Well, I hadn't quite thought of that.
Enough of this. Take him out, Henry.
My pleasure.
I do have superpowers. I'm invincible. And it appears that I can mutate others. Why, with these powers, I feel like I could take over the world. But I think I'll start with this crummy city first. Come, my fellow mutants. We have a city to conquer.
Yes, my master.
Yes, my master.
Ooh, master. I do like the sound of that.
See you next time. Same fat time. Same fat.